President Bola Tinubu meets National Security Advisor, Service Chiefs and Inspector General Police. Plus, Nigerians talk tough on how to stop proliferation of illicit drugs among citizens. Good evening and welcome to the news at 7. I am Kevin Samuel with details of the headlines and other stories. Do stay with us and note that this broadcast is reaching you on Star Times channel 103 and of course our social media platforms, the Facebook and YouTube. Do well to like our pages for regular updates. One of the ways to add to knowledge is through excursion, which many schools have adopted. This time around, it was the Choosing Christian Academy who visited the Nigerian Television Authority Uyo for a first-hand knowledge of the workings of a typical broadcast station. Mr. Obonibanga has details. Will come your way along the line. Now, moving forward, President Bola Tinubu is currently meeting with the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, Service Chiefs and the Inspector General of Police. This is the first meeting of the President with the security heads since appointment last week. The report. Forward, people usually empathize with a patient who have health conditions. It is also expected that those struggling with alcohol or drug problems should get the same support and treatment without fear or condemnation. In this report, Miriam Emeka Madi takes a look at ending stigma and discrimination as well as strengthening prevention of drug abuse. The report.
Drug abuse has continued to be a public health concern, especially among the adolescents who want to experiment, oblivious of the link between their action of today and the outcome of tomorrow. Consequently, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency operatives are not resting on their laurels. They are continuously intercepting drug peddlers.
Online substance is called ingestible cocaine. The person carrying this was arrested at Abaji at our checkpoint. He was on his way to Abuja. It is planned in such a way that the person will pass it out after some hours. But the danger of it is that if the time elapses and the person could not pass it out, it will rupture in his stomach and it may lead to death.
The emphasis this time is on the doper and his family who suffer stigmatization. Sometimes people who abuse drugs are considered as rogues in society. As a result, they face discrimination and barriers to getting help.
It's on the strength of that the NDLE provided a call center where individuals who have challenge can call, where parents can call and tell the NDLE that their subjects have drug challenge and they need to be cancelled. And in that call, you find out that the callers are not obliged to indicate their names or tell you who they are, but they only tell you what their problems are. And it's on the strength of that you'll be able to tell them what to do.
Society should empathize with those who abuse drugs by seeing them as those who should be helped.
You know someone is into drugs and the person is out of it. That's the best time you let the person know that you're welcome. And don't hold that person, talk to the person and let the person feel he belongs to the society.
If we decide to keep ourselves away from them, distant from them, it might lead them into going back to their previous life.
I have a friend before. I was running into this India hemp. I feed him to make sure he come closer. Realize himself a long line. Today he's working in a bank.
It is easier to prevent people from abusing drugs than to tell them to leave drug after they are into it already.
The society will have to, first of all, to see that the people that abuse drugs must not always be punished. Tell them they can be useful to themselves, they can be useful to the society. It tends to lessen the stigmatization.
An addiction to drugs comes at a great cost on both an individual and community. Experts advise love and care rather than discrimination. Miriam Emeka Madi, NTA News.
We will take a short commercial break here. More news on our return. Don't go away.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afara Fort, off a back road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class blue sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed-circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afara Fort, off a back road Uyo your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
Roseville Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24-hour power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badger Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying tuned. Now to the rest of the stories. Late marriages, unhealthy lifestyle, as well as environmental factors such as poor diet, smoking, and pollution are taking their toll on fertility in Nigeria. The high rate of infertility among couples, some obstetricians and gynecologists affirm that a holistic national health policy is required to tackle the issue. Clement Barapu will tell us more.
The World Health Organization, in a recent report, estimates that about 17.5% of the adult population, that is 1 in 6 worldwide, experience infertility. The solutions for the prevention, diagnosis and treatment of infertility, including assisted reproductive technology, remain underfunded. This, according to medical experts, underscores the urgent need to increase access to affordable, high-quality fertility care for those in need.
In vitro fertilization is not abnormal, it's not artificial, it's an enhancement of nature. We don't manufacture the egg, we don't manufacture the sperm. The sperm is God-given, the egg is God-given. We are using the knowledge that God has given us to help the people.
Getting married at the right time, lifestyle changes, good dieting, avoiding smoking and pollution are major factors to consider when working towards cutting down the prevalence of infertility.
And by the time these people are that old, most of them will require higher order assisted reproduction, rather than they may not be able to go through conventional treatment. A woman that gets married at the age of 42 is not a woman that you take to stay for 1 year before seeking for help.
These experts are also calling for a comprehensive national data on infertility in order to know the needed fertility care and how risk can be reduced. In Uyo, Clement Barikui, NTA News.
The people of Akwa Ibom State have appealed to the federal government to extend rail transportation to the state and facilitate the Bomdip Seaport project to open up the state for what they describe as blue economy revolution and industrial growth. Some economic experts made the appeal while sharing their views on developmental priorities of the state government and how the federal government can intervene to improve the lives of the people. John Paul Alumina has details.
Akwa Ibom State government has over the years prioritized free and compulsory education, industrialization, road construction, and other infrastructures like hospitals, pipe-borne water, electricity, among others, as benchmarks for development. This is why successive administrations since 1999 have concentrated in these areas for the overall development of the state. But the people are saying that the state government needs to invest in the blue economy, considering the coastal nature of the state and need to create jobs and boost the economy of the state based on its comparative advantage.
So they should look inward at the natural endowment in the state. And I'll talk about what we call the blue economy. There are a lot of things that will come out of the ocean. Is an aquatic state. There are a lot of things that we do through the natural endowment from the ocean.
We are ready for a big one because we have international airport. We are working on our seaport, and if we have the seaport, the international airport, and other social infrastructure that are in Akwa Ibom, then we are ready. And we have our independent power plant. Then we can leapfrog our economic development through the blue economy.
Matters relating to the proposed deep sea port in Akwa Ibom State, the legal framework should be perfected so that a takeoff can be assured.
I do think there are structures, but employment is it. So I do not know. We have the 21-story building over there and nobody's in there. Maybe they can fix people. That would help.
Economic experts are insisting that the federal government must do things differently to complement the efforts of the state government by extending rail lines to the state to ease movement of goods and services from other parts of the country to Akwa Ibom State.
The federal government will come in this direction, helping, assisting, giving us one very big thing that the federal government has done is a legislation on electricity. That we can now grow that.
When you look at what is on ground for now, the priority should be how to create wealth. You know, it's an oil producing state. You know what that means, and we believe that the young ones must be carefully employed. That will reduce vices.
We know that one of the basic things that government should ensure for the people is general infrastructure and security for social, services to flow.
The people are hopeful that the intervention of the federal government in some critical areas will help the people enjoy dividends of democracy. In Uyo, John Paul Alumina, NTA News.
Now, people, especially Christians, have been admonished to examine their lives and reconcile with God in order to make eternity. Brother Hansen Gali of the Jehovah's Witness Ikot Abasi gave the charge during the funeral service of Sister Mercy Udoete in her country home, Upumokon clan, Ikot Abasi local government area, Lava State. John Paul Alumina will take it up from here.
The funeral of late Sister Mercy Udoete, which took place at QIC Primary School, Upumokon, Ikot Abasi local government area, was conducted by the Jehovah's Witnesses, Upumokon clan. In a funeral discourse, the officiating minister described the deceased as a devout Christian who was committed to the service of Jehovah. He reminded the people that everyone must die one day, hence they should live a good life and make positive impacts in the life of people.
No matter the odds, we want to serve Jehovah. We want to put our life to render whole soul service to Jehovah, to love one another. The two greatest commandments are love for Jehovah God and love for our fellow man.
The biography of the deceased indicates that she was an industrious and hardworking farmer and trader who traveled to many states in order to support her husband in training their children. She also worshipped God with all her heart. Her body was later committed to Mother Earth after graveside rites in her compound.
She was nice to everybody, not only to her children alone. This is a mother that loves everybody, very caring. In short, we really miss her.
She was aged 76 and survived by 7 children, 3 stepdaughters, 19 grandchildren, and a host of other relatives to mourn her demise. Thereafter, her son-in-law, who is the provost of Federal School of Medical Laboratory Technology Science, JOS, Dr. Nkeruweme Tukudo, who came with a large crowd, proceeded to his residence in Midimabak in Abak local government area for a reception. The sympathizers were treated with choice continental and local delicacies and given souvenirs. Dr. Tukudo and wife described the deceased as a God-fearing woman who loved everyone who came her way.
She was a mother. She was a virtuous woman, which fits all the qualities and the characteristics in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 1 to the last. She was industrious. She was caring. She was forgiving. And there was no vengeance in her.
She was superb. And I pray God to give me the grace, to give me the undeserved kindness to imitate her life. She's the epitome of love, forgiveness, accommodation, generosity, hard work, truthfulness, and above all, the love for Jehovah.
The daughter of the deceased and wife of Dr. Tukudo later presented gifts and cartons of tomatoes to Abak women. From Abak, John Paul Alumon, NTA News.
Up next is Sports Update with Suleiman Musa.
The Nigerian women's football team Super Falcons on Sunday flew Qatar Airways from Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja to Melbourne in Australia to step up their preparations for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. The Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) had announced that the 9-time African champions will depart Abuja for a 15-day training camp in Australia before the World Cup, with their base at Brisbane, which is also the venue for 2 of their group matches. And to basketball, Nigeria will not be participating in the FIBA African Basketball Championship when it commences later this year, as they lost the ticket in the final match day to Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire became the latest team to qualify for the 2023 FIBA African after defeating Nigeria 74-65. Having recorded a loss on the opening day to Guinea, Nigeria made a strong comeback, defeating Benin Republic 78-51, but failed to overpower the host Cote d'Ivoire on Sunday. Cote d'Ivoire recorded 100% performance by beating Guinea 88-64 in the first game, defeating Benin Republic 74-59 and edged Nigeria 74-65 in the third match. And to athletics, Nigeria's hurdle star Tobi Amusan wins Stockholm Diamond League Women's 100 meters hurdles. The world champions proved to be the best in the event on Sunday and dubbed Sarah Levin and Pia to second and third respectively. Amusan came first with a time of 12.52 and 1 gold. Sarah Levin of Ireland 12.73, while Pia of Poland finishes with a time of 12.78. And finally in golf, Taylor Gooch hold a 12-foot birdie on the final hole to win Live Golf Andalusia by 1 shot at Valderrama. The American is the first 3-time winner on the Live circuit, following victories in Adelaide and Singapore. His 4-under par 67 saw him finish on 12 under and leapfrog overnight leader Bryson DeChambeau, who shot a 69. The 48 players head to England for the next event, with the Centurions Golf Club in Hertfordshire hosting Live Golf London, which start on Friday, 7 July. With Sport Update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
To end the news tonight, another look at the major stories. President Bola Tinubu has met with National Security Advisor, Service Chiefs and Inspector General of Police. Nigerians have talked tough on how to stop proliferation of illicit drugs among citizens. That will be all from the English segment of the news tonight. I remain Kelvin Samuel, wishing you to join hands with NTA campaign to stand against rape and rapists. Do have a good night.
Akwa Ibom me komo anyang me adu wemedi mo Samson yaiku membok nyan sini no mufo ken nubre yomi Eribom mukbem po ken me jem fen kesio ube ukbem were fet adu atakpan po asekenam ntugoyen eni fyok ke bang ken mem pon tepe ko bio ye ko nadut uton tagami akenam non di to fong were me chosen Christian Academy akenam isang edi angwang fa utu muswani te NTA yo eribo mukbem po yaiku mbogomi oyo Mono ka Akwa Ibom State ebenge ukarirut nyen ebo no enam no Akwa Ibom State enie mpo usong isang ekoto rail transportation enyong ebere ndutam ufautum ame Ibom Deep Sea Port manaturo State Army edi kaiso ini angkori kendaga uforo ado meta sem pembangan ndutam uforo ekesene ebenge minanga eketangi ko ebanga mention sempo akbebenne uforo adogadi State Army yaikum membogomi Akwa Ibom State kem mo wagiswa emaision ditem ufong wit mfon edi korom musiagifia uryong usong ye mention sem pomfen nte edi pop mufogibok monge sangukwak ikang electric korom mem pomfen amerpeke ndaga uforo State Army amenama mention sio oyukara ekruforo tiongo kiswa 1999 enyong esoke kaiso edison ifak nam mem pomi kedi yem nkori State Army adon bono wetang ebo kena ukara esnekok kedi kaiso ndependa kuforo kekene kenangam poba idagami keirut nyen enyong enam utium aba onom bono nko ema ebo kekpena ukara irut nyen enam po bikin wamme State nko keri nam Akwa Ibom State enyong enie mpo ukaisang eko to train manaturo arimani wam mbonowo kukaisang anyong nam mpo amemutum onom mbonowo kobio ye kirut nyen ado pa kekikerero mbonowo ema itang ebo kemmimo iminie idronyen nke kukarirut nyen eya nam afanpo abigituk nsio ikbege kerirpe ndaga uforo irut nyen ye State man aturo mbonowo ediria ufon itu mikuyo mbonowo item mebo yakno edweti wemefonno enyanga sanga kemmibet ye iteme basi manaturo edimie nsensiu wem ado brother Hansen Gali ama uforo basi Jehovah Witnesses ikoro basi akeno mitememi kedere ikpo eketu mokukbono apampa sister Mercy udoite kukbo mokon ke nkok ukara ikoro basi yaiko membogomi aderikpo eketu mokukbono apampa Mercy udoite akarate itieke QIC Primary School ukbo mokon ke nkok ukara ikoro basi nko aru uforo basi ame Jehovah Witness ukbo mokon clan eketum adere ikporo kemme iko ame adarusong akakworo ke ama tangabo ka pampado akero yene basi ama kenama mutum Jehovah ka freset anye ama rokombonowu abo ka frewu eya ikpa kusenke kemi anambonowu edweti uwe mafonno enyonga nwam kereken mbo yuwe mapampa ama worobo kenye akedo awo kesinama ndubege anyongoro atoinwang ye nyamudwa akesi sanifak anam ubyong utemomo kerikan bokeno ebemo oyogi beredem kerikan ndianubok mbok ni tomo ketiusong anyongoro awo akesi kpono ke basi ke freset ke batre ema ebugonye enyong enoye agbatre ndu orudu ku fogi rongomo anya kosong iswa atam mefreke anya pakpong ndito itiaba ndito ebe ita ndito efrenang koro mbuno womfen eri fokom kpamo mbuno wo koro ebe yenemo ema efo enyong ise mebanga mkpamo enyong ebo kenye akeru etie wonwan akerata frewo arianidem ame awo imiri sopo eri fre kenko karai korobasi Akwa Ibom ntembok nyan ken nubre yo mi etrero nyang mi adu wemedi masam tne sosonga kan pangutong asiere.
Looking for a place to stay while in Yo? Grand Descent Hotel and Suites is the place. Located in a serene environment at number 50 Doro Road near Mobile Bay.